Coming up next, Lithuania and the Dominican Republic. You can see that Great Britain, the United States, a lot of teams already there. 2 places still up for grabs. Nigeria not out of it yet. They'll face the loser of the Lithuania-Dominican Republic game tomorrow for the final spot. And they played very well, I thought, in the 4th quarter today against Russia, but really the Russians were just a little too good. The Dominican Republic, they haven't been at their best in this FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament. They do have some good players, and they've done just enough really to make it into the semifinals. Some great players there. You can see Al Horford and, of course, John Calipari, the head coach. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Liam Canny. And Liam, we're going to take a quick peek here at the Lithuania roster, and I'll get your thoughts. You know, it's been a tired Lithuanian team at times, but they've grinded out some wins. Mantas Kalnietis, very impressed by number 6, Jonas Maciulis, coming back from injury. Martynas Poša seems to always be there for the big plays, but really it's the heady contributions, the timely contributions of Šarūnas Jasikevičius and the reliability of the scoring of Linas Kleiza, which has been crucial for Kęstutis Kemzūra.
You're right, Jeff. Jasikevičius gone to the fountain of eternal youth. He's 35 years old. He made a huge shot against Puerto Rico down the stretch to help Lithuania with a win. And Kleiza in the top 5 scoring leaders in the tournament, averaging over 21 points per game, although he was quiet in the game against Puerto Rico.
Lithuania's fans always travel, and they back their team to the hilt. They've played their part for this Lithuania team in making it to the semifinals. Remember, Lithuania have played at every Olympics since 1992, since gaining independence from the old Soviet Union. Dale Harris, the assistant coach of John Calipari. Well, hello, if you're just joining us now and you're ready for the game, the Dominican Republic and Lithuania. It's the 2nd semifinal of the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament. The winner goes to the London Games. The loser will play in the final qualifying round game tomorrow. The Dominican Republic with the opening tip. Horford goes strong to the basket. And the attention of Jatokas keeps him from scoring. Now Mantas Kalnietis, and is guarded by Fortuna. Kalkenis looks for an opening, finds, and Francisco Garcia with the quick hands almost comes up with a steal. Ball goes out of bounds, so 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock for Lithuania. Kalnietis on the left wing, dumps it to Jatokas, and Jatokas missed. Hasn't had his shooting touch in this qualifying tournament.
Lithuania, the masters at executing the screen and roll. Jatokas just missed the easy one inside.
Jatokas tries to deny Martinez. 9 on the shot clock. So they give some space to Martinez, and he finds his teammate, but Maciulis alertly knocks the ball out of bounds. And we're seeing some, I think, really a desperate John Calipari to see his team get off to a good start today. Martinez puts up from the baseline, drives in, and turns it over to Maciulis.
Jeff, you're right. Dominican Republic had only 28 points at halftime.
Kalnietis goes all the way for the dunk, and nobody picks him up. Right down Broadway. Quickly at the other end, Francisco Garcia for 3. Well, that's a good sign, because it's taken him a while, Liam, to get off.
It did. It is a great sign if you're a fan of the Dominican Republic. They brought some faithful with them, and Garcia looked right to the crowd after he drained that jumper.
Maciulis on the baseline, and good chip from Jatokas. I'll tell you what, the Dominican Republic's not that far away by water. Looks like they've brought a few extra fans on the boat for this game. Martinez. And over to Fortuna now. Back to Garcia. Gets into the lane, hangs. And that was a tough shot for Francisco Garcia. Lithuania with the 1-point lead. Now Kalnietis spins. And over to the corner to Kleiza. Now to Maciulis. Oh, just beautiful runner off the glass for Jonas Maciulis. Who now Francisco Garcia hits the 3. And really, we talk about the open game, and maybe this open game plays into the hands of the Dominican Republic.
Oh, I think you're exactly right. You know, they're not great offensively in the half court, and sometimes Horford finds his space smothered. So if they can play in the loose and transition, that'll suit the Dominicans.
Well, you have got, if you're going to foul, you have got to make sure you foul hard and do not allow that shot to go up. So Machulis draws the foul from Garcia. Just kind of a sweeping motion, but he's with his arm coming down. That was him getting his second three-pointer.
As soon as you do that, Jeff, as soon as you bring your arm down, you give the referee an opportunity to make a call. You want to come from underneath the basketball if you can and try and poke it onto the hands of the offensive player.
Coronado into Martinez. And he fades and puts up the shot. Good follow by Coronado. Well, you know, he does a good job of crashing the boards, as does Fortuna. They just got to make sure that they get back on defense. Ball goes out of bounds, but Lithuania's ball with 15 seconds. Here's another look at Martinez on the baseline and Fortuna, or Coronado. Machulis goes baseline, has it knocked away. Oh, does the ball go out of bounds? Oh, they've called a foul on Garcia. It looked like he maybe had all ball, but have a look. No.
Yeah, we just talked about that. You know, Garcia might feel like he stripped it clean. You're just giving the referee a chance to make a call when you come from above the basketball. That's tough now. That's really tough because he's made 2 jump shots.
Yeah, that is a big development right there. The Dominicans already with their arguably their most important offensive player out of the game. And a charge called against Yavtokas for fighting for position. Referee is a lot closer to the play than we are. And he was right on that. You can see that Yavtokas raised his right arm and pushed over. So good call by the Australian. Nice move by Horford. And the Dominicans go back on top. The winner of this game qualifies for the London Olympics. Kalkinis has it stripped. Now Horford in the open court. Look at the superstar go. Hands it off to Coronado. And Lithuania hustle back. And Machulis, great attempt from him, although a bit dangerous, throwing it under the basket of the Dominican Republic.
Coronado's got to finish that pass on the break.
Well, their top jump shooter is out of the game now. So the Dominicans try to go in. There's the double. Now Coronado for 3. And almost stays out. Kalnietis bounce pass. Kleza, no good. Horford with the rebound, quickly looks to run, and then instead of making the outlet pass, just kind of brings it across midcourt. Horford looking much more active early in this game. Jack Martinez, Jack Michael, no good, and Horford 1 against 4 in there. Horford.
Jeff, Dominican's got 2 good looks, though. Coronado's jumper just wouldn't fall, and that's a good 15-footer from Martinez.
Here's Mantis Kalnietis. Oh, just beautiful basketball, and he really shouldn't be able to score over Martinez like that. Al Horford from the free throw line. Kalnietis gets it back and drives in, and he is really aggressively looking for his shot. Fortuna, and the foul on Kalkinis as he slows him up, and Sarunas Jasikevičius is going to come in for Kalnietis, who's had the afterburners on, and Jonas Valanciunas is also going to come in. So Kalnietis out, Yavtokas out, Valanciunas, and Jasikevičius.
Kalnietis has had a great start. He's got 4 points. He's gone to the basket 3 times. He's had an impressive opening.
Fortuna, bounce pass to Horford, puts up the long J, good. It was a 2, but good enough for the Dominicans to go back in front. Well, it is the most positive start that we've seen from this team in blue. Oh, good steal. Oh, no, he knocked it away, but the ball falls to Maciulis in the Everloop. Maciulis hands it off to Valanciunas.
You're looking at Calipari. He's looking for a travel call. I think he's right. I think Valanciunas shuffled his feet, but the referees didn't see it.
Coronado, Horford, he's hit 1 jumper inside the arc.
2 lottery picks going out at here now, Jeff.
He takes it right at Valanciunas, a soft jumper inside. Martinez keeps it alive, but Kalnietis now with the ball. And with Horford flying past, Kleza just kind of goes under and scores the reverse layup.
That's Kleza's first basket tonight.
Coronado Gill up top. Looks for an opening and tough pass into the hands of Lithuania, looking to build on that 3-point lead. And they get it to Valanciunas, and Valanciunas is fouled by Bias. He says he got all ball as well, but the reaches are not paying off. So I guess the lesson is don't reach. Aslan comes into the game, gives a breather to Jack Michael Martinez. Josh Aslan played for Estudiantes and then Manresa this past season in Spain.
Played his collegiate basketball at the University of Michigan.
Anybody that knows the Liga Endesa knows it's a place of real tough battles. And they really need him to stand tall right now. Fortuna for 3. And took a couple bounces. Horford on the ground. Remember, Caracas is on the Caribbean, as the Dominican Republic as well as in the Caribbean. Yankunis is held by Horford. So a lot of fouls being called on both teams.
Yeah, that's Horford's first. You don't want to see him waste fouls on plays like this, though.
I think they may have missed Yankunis wrap his arms around him. And Ramon's come into the game, and they tried to force it inside to Valanciunas. You can see the Dominicans really want to try to play fast.
That was great D by Baez as he went into a help position, sealed off Valanciunas' route to the basket.
Now Ramon's hit some jumpers. Here's
Horford's got a
Aslan
mismatch inside with Procius.
Aslan hits the 3-pointer. Oh, it's Drum City here, La Bateria. You can hear it. It's a real carnival atmosphere. Oh, great pass from Jasikevičius to Kalnietis. But Kalnietis misses the open one. Bias with the rebound to Ramon. Ramon to Horford. He's got to score in that position. Nope, he passes it back out to Aslan. And no good, but the follow, and it's the foul on Yankunis, I believe. No, they're saying no basket. The foul before the shot, I think.
I don't see anything there, Jeff, that would make me blow my whistle.
Asselin showing his range, and that's why Horford passed up the layup to kick it back outside, but that foul was on Yankunas. Ramon into the lane, drifts in, and just so much better from the Dominican Republic tonight. They just found a lane in their other games that was clogged up.
Yeah, you're quite right. You know that I'm sure that they would have practiced yesterday and this morning. You wonder if Calipari maybe gave them some offensive schemes that will help them space and play better.
I hadn't seen Calipari do too much in this tournament, and I was almost critical of him because I just felt like, why is he here? But it does look like he's done his homework in this one, and maybe the Lithuanians, just their style of game has suited the Dominican Republic. It ties the game, and Kalnietis is back in. Pocius into the lane, drives in and draws the foul on Asselin.
Jeff, if you're guarding Martinez Pocius, and he's so good at this, he loves to dribble, penetrate on his left hand. You've got to get him on his right hand, and in that case, if you put him on his right hand, you take him to the baseline rather than allowing him to get to the middle. You need to know this. When you're guarding somebody, you need to know what his characteristics and attributes are, and you try to take away that player's tendencies.
Well, Asselin with the foul will have played against Pocius some this year because Pocius plays for Real Madrid. Both free throws good from the former Duke University player and Zalgiris Kaunas player.
I think Calipari wants to think about coming back with Garcia soon.
He's been on the pine. Makes you wonder if he's maybe lost his shooting rhythm. Asselin really the prime threat outside. Sosa spins back outside to Bias. Ramon, he's got to put it up. He gets it up just in time, but Delinikaitis has come in. He hasn't played much in this tournament. He has the ball. Now Kalnietis puts the ball on the floor. And another foul called against the Dominican Republic on the penetration from Lithuania. They're calling it really tight down there.
Yeah, the game lacks a bit of flow right now. That's Coach Kęstutis Kemzuri. You saw there fleetingly.
Ramon guarding Kalnietis. Over to Pocius for three. Good!
And that's taking what the defense gives you. The Dominican Republic took away Valanciunas rolling down the lane. So you then spread it to the shooter, and Kalnietis found Pocius.
Jack Michael Martinez fouled by Valanciunas as he drives to the basket. And Mauricio Giardini over there making notes, the Toronto assistant GM and vice president. They own the rights to Valanciunas. Ramon. And he is pushed out of bounds by Yankunas. And Kemzura just shouts at his players, or sorry, at his bench, telling his people to stop talking to the referees. Vicente Bolte as well is over there, trying to calm things down. Another look at that. Yes, quite clearly it's a nudge out of bounds.
Yeah, Yankunas uses his body there just to introduce Dominican Republic player to his teammates.
Horford. What was Coronado doing? He just hit his head and fell down. They might have to stop play here. He looks like he's injured, like he hurt his neck.
Still down.
Well, he's got up now. And generally, at least in football, you'll see him kick it out of bounds.
Well, this won't help Lithuania win any more friends.
No, not at all. But
Kalnietis makes a three while Coronado's down. Still no Garcia, Jeff.
Foul called on Pochus, trying to guard Bias. Played for Juventud Badalona, Bias. So Pochus will remember him from their Spanish battles. But right now it's a dangerous time. Not too much more Pochus could do in that situation, really.
No, it's really not. And the referees have got a really tight grip on the game right now. It's tough to referee. You've got to try to balance up some game flow, allow some contact that you're comfortable with, that doesn't really have an adverse influence on an offensive player. And I don't know if the referees have quite got the balance right.
And right there, did they count that free throw?
Yeah, free throw counts, Jeff, because when the free throw is made, even though there's a lane violation, there's no advantage gained as there's no rebound.
Pochus for three. Good. He's hit a couple of threes tonight. Martinez Pochus.
Now Pochus has a mismatch because he's guarding Baez. Last time down, Dominican Republic tried to throw it into Baez in a low block. Let's see what they do here. They're going to go that way again.
Offensive foul clearing out Al Horford. So second foul on Al Horford. Here's a, well, that was Pochus' three-pointer.
Yeah, we don't control the images, so we can only call and talk about what we see.
Fortuna guarding Kalnietis. Pochus has hit 2 threes. And a third foul on Al Horford. Good job from Yankunas to get Horford on his back. And now the game is getting away from the Dominicans. They had a bright start, but Lithuania on a run. And 3 fouls for Al Horford. But again, look at this. That is not much contact, is it?
No, it's not. And, you're
taking your star, one of the star players of this FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament, out of the game.
Yankunas got the layup. It could have been a no call, and we play on.
I think if you look at those last 2 fouls it would be interesting to see, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Horford. But I think the key thing to stress here is these things do even out over the course of the game.
We've got a stoppage here. There's a technical problem at the table. And good news for the Dominican Republic fans is Garcia has checked back into the game. You're looking at Coach Calipari earning his keep. He's doing some coaching.
Well, Jack Michael Martinez can get a lot of rebounds, but he's not the same player as Al Horford.
Jack Michael Martinez, Jeff, averages 16 rebounds a game. That's immense. We've got an all-electric team. We need an all-workman team.
How about Jack Michael Martinez?
By himself. Kirilenko might get in that team, right?
Yeah, he'll get in all the teams. 3-point play for Yankunas, and Lithuania have their biggest lead of the game now, 12 points. Songaila guarding Martinez. The switch. Martinez and Songaila have something in common. They've both battled injuries. Not quite as mobile as they used to be. Fortuna thought about it. Ramon, into the lane, a little runner, a floater, a flota.
That's good movement by the Dominicans, Jeff, but Garcia just hung out in the corner. I think he needs to have the ball in his hands a bit more. He certainly needs to move more without it.
They are really policing it down low, aren't they? Foul on Ramon. So that is Ramon's first foul. And that leads to free throws for Delinikaitis. Back up to a 12-point game. I think you're right. It's lacking flow because the whistles have been blown so much. Hopefully we'll get some rhythm back into it. Bias gives it to Jack Michael Martinez. Finds his way in somehow and shoots it over Jankunas.
That's a tough bucket because the Lithuanians did everything right. They collapsed onto the basketball. But Martinez showing a bit of craftiness as he finishes.
Kalnietis dribbles between his legs, and it goes. And Songaila, the star of their 2000 Olympic team, or one of them.
Lesson 101 in screen and roll basketball.
Ramon pulls up, short, and Bias with the rebound, fouled by Pochas.
Jeff, Linas Klaes is going to come in now for Lithuania. He has 2 points right now. He averages 21 a game, but against Puerto Rico, he only had 14 points. And Kęstutis Kemzura in the press conference afterwards paid tribute to the Puerto Rican defense. He said, you know, they really scouted us, and they took us out of what we like to do for Linas Klaes.
So I guess that's a compliment to Flor Melendez.
Absolutely, yeah.
Another thing that Flor Melendez did was made sure that Galindo was in the team, and he pretty much showed everybody that he deserved to be there. I know there were some people that were saying he shouldn't be in the team, but the Puerto Ricans came up short against Lithuania, and Baez missed both free throws.
Lithuania won 76-72. They dodged a bullet when Barea turned the ball over in the last possession. Puerto Rico with a chance to win it.
And Songaila got away. Nope. He's fouled. They've called the foul. He raised his left elbow to push Jack Michael Martinez away. So well spotted by the ref, that one. Watch this. No, couldn't see it.
I think Songaila was saying to the referee, look, he's holding my hand. They just tried to wriggle free.
Ramon looks to go inside, over to Baez. 7 on the shot clock. Baez gets in the lane and goes up strong and draws the foul. So he needs to make his free throws, which is something he didn't do the last trip down.
Good minutes from Baez.
They've been waiting on him to contribute. It's almost as if he hasn't understood or hasn't been able to shoot the ball. He seems like he's turned the ball over a lot because he's tried to make the extra pass in this tournament. But tonight, he's more aggressive. And maybe that's because Horford is out of the game and he feels the sense of urgency. Good player in Spain, in the Liga Endesa. Very good player for Juventud. They had a good year. Julius Baez charged with the responsibility of guarding Linas Klaes, but the foul on the perimeter will send Lithuania back to the free throw line. And really, this is not a good situation for the Dominicans to put Lithuania on the free throw line.
Need to play defense with discipline, and this is a good call, you know, by the referee. Dominican was fouled going to the basket.
Interesting how Dominican hasn't featured in this tournament.
Now, Jeff, Garcia comes out here. Aslan's going to replace him. Sorry, I beg your pardon. And I just don't understand this. Garcia is upset. His body language is all wrong. All I can think of is he's not involving himself offensively. Static on the perimeter was Garcia.
Well, Coronado's healthy again. Ramon for 3. Good. So Garcia's got to cheer on his teammates here, but a push was called against the Dominicans, but I think the basket will count. But that means free throws are coming the way of Lithuania. So really, I think maybe the most tightly officiated game of this FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament.
Yeah, you know, I didn't see it, but
I went to a game and a free throw shooting contest broke out.
Well, that's exactly what we have right now. The referees like to set their stall out early with what type of contact they will tolerate, and then they have to be consistent, don't they? So once they start calling things tight, Got to kind of stay with it.
Well, one thing you don't want to do is foul them because they've made all 12 free throws so far tonight. And the Dominicans are 6 of 8 at the free throw line.
Jeff, Aslan comes out and Gerardo Suero comes in, not Garcia. I think Calipari is trying to send a message to Francisco Garcia.
Martinez bumped by Songaila, and the Australian referee quite rightly blows the whistle. And Jack Michael Martinez makes the first one to get it back to to a 10-point deficit.
Jeff, this is a quizzical substitution because Suero has played through the tournament 1 minute.
Machulis drives in and scores.
And now he's in here in the semifinals, and you got an NBA player in Garcia who's still on the bench.
It's the same with Dylan, though. He hasn't played at all until right now. Ramon for 3. That's short. But the long rebound. Ooh, that was almost an over and back there.
I don't think Dylan Kaitis dropped 28 in his last game, you know what I mean, with respect to him.
Yeah. I do remember seeing Suero in one of the games. Coronado over to Ramon for 3. It's clearly the idea for the Dominicans right now is to get the ball to Ramon, but there's Suero, and he had the shot, puts it back up, and at least gets to the line.
That's a player, Jeff, I think, who's playing with a lack of confidence. You can't blame him. He's only had 1 minute. Gerardo Suero went to State University of New York at Albany and entered the draft. Wasn't drafted this year, so he'll be looking for a professional job this summer.
Due to technical difficulties, we move ahead to the fourth quarter of this semifinal matchup between the Dominican Republic and Lithuania.
I do think that it was a good matchup for the Dominican Republic, maybe even better than Nigeria, but we shall see. This thing is not over yet, folks.
So we've been calling this semifinals day. There's 4 teams left. It is semifinals, but the 2 winners will not meet tomorrow. They'll pack their bags in the hotel and they'll start to head to London. But the final qualifying game is between the 2 losers tonight. We know Nigeria will be one of them. Valanciunas tips in the miss. We haven't seen Robertas Yevtokis, Jeff, and he's standing here on the bench. I wonder if he's not 100% fit.
I just think they've had some tough games, and he's been in them. And if you don't need to use them, don't use them.
Martinez with another great pass. A look-away pass by Jack Michael Martinez. Are you kidding me?
Can you say the pass master?
Wow. Beautiful basketball. Kalnietis. Kalkanis. Oh, Kalkanis goes up over Jack Michael Martinez, and it's just too easy for Kalkanis.
It's when you don't have Horford in there, that's leaves it wide open.
Garcia, touch pass. That's almost too far to throw it, but it finds its target in Martinez. Oh, Martinez is bailed out. Looked like he traveled, but I think we're going to get a foul call here.
Well, Poach just thought he traveled, but I thought it was a good no call.
So 14 is the foul. It's on Valanciunas. 16 points. I don't think, Jeff, you can leave Horford on the bench much longer. Just under 9 minutes to play. Linus Claes is checked back in. Coronado to Ramon at the top. Aslan slides down the lane on the screen. This is Garcia. He's off balance. He'll give it to Coronado.
No, Ramon.
Shot's no good. Beg your pardon. That's Ramon. So here's Poches at the top. Kalnietis to Kalkanis. Kalkanis.
Wow.
Kalkanis knocks it down.
He's been big. He's got 8 points now in the quarter. And this is where, if you're John Calipari, you're like, man, they've got shooters coming out of the woodwork.
The lead is now 20-19. Leads 19. Lithuania have led by as many as 20. Jack Michael Martinez going to go at Valanciunas. Nice spin move. He gets Valanciunas off his feet. And he's got a soft pair of hands to finish. He wants the call, too, does Martinez. Horford is at the scorer's table. He's ready to check in.
Kalkinis has 7 points, I think, in this quarter.
Pocius slides through a screen. Here's the Lithuanians love this set. They love to get the ball to Kleza down in the low blocks. He can't finish with the right-handed jump hook. Coronado, left-handed dribble to the basket. Oh, he didn't finish. Fouls on Rimantas Kalkinis.
I think John Calipari is actually quite enjoying himself in this.
You ran into him in the mix zone, and tell us what he said.
Well, I think he was sort of joking after the Korea game, because Korea had really almost beaten the Dominican Republic, and I put it to him that it was there's no easy games, are there, in international basketball? And he just kind of smiled and laughed and said, what am I doing here? But it looks like he is really kind of enjoying this.
Juan Coronado was on the FIBA Americas team.
Much kind of like the recognition of Mike Krzyzewski with Team USA. You know, they lost the 2006 FIBA World Championship semifinal to Greece, and after that, and I think it really kind of like ignited his interest in international basketball. And Calipari's thinking, I want to be the best at this.
Kalkinis, nice pass into Sangaila. Sangaila can't get a handle on it. He has the last touch. Moves on. So we've got a few American coaches here in the tournament. Tab Baldwin, Jordan, Calipari, Dominican Republic. His assistant Dale Harris, Eric Musselman from Venezuela, and of course David Blatt with Russia.
Yep.
Al Horford skies to get the pass. Now he squares and faces Sangaila. Now he's going to back Sangaila down. Can't put it in the hole.
Sure, Al Horford wishes he could have that back.
Yeah, he did everything right, but the final product. Pocius! Martinez Pocius, he loves to go off the left-handed dribble, and he can elevate.
What floor, Martinez? 8th? Goodness me. He's got some hops.
Gets up quick. Oh, Martinez, you cannot do that. In the land of Latin dancing. You and I have seen some great Latin dancing in the bars at night, haven't we? But
hey, don't paint the wrong picture here. There's one across from the hotel where we just go after. There've been everybody's gone, all of the traveling party. But yeah, it's people certainly know how to shimmy.
Don't worry, I don't think your wife is watching. Kalnietis to Maciulis to Kleza. Kleza attacks the rim. Lithuania are rampant, 86-67. They know that they're close to going to London. They got one hand on a victory. They're trying to get the second hand on it. Ramon into Martinez. Martinez trying to step through. Oh, we've got some afters here. And Martinez took exception to Kleza.
Martinez absolutely lifted his left arm and shoved Kleza away.
I'm surprised that the referees don't call a double foul here.
We've seen Kleza bring out the best. Well, it was, you know, I mean, it's a physical game. I wouldn't say it's a nasty foul, probably a hard foul.
Horford goes in and he lowers his shoulder against Maciulis.
No, yeah, and then he raised his arm against Kalkinis.
So things are getting tasty here in Poliedro, in Caracas. That's Jonas Maciulis. There's a look at Horford. He lowers his shoulder. Jeff, I think that's a charge. But no call by the referee.
Listen, you got to be tough. I don't think you can fault Lithuania for really the approach that they've taken in this tournament. I mean, you know, you have to play hard basketball if you're going to get to the Olympics from this tournament.
They're an experienced group of veterans. You know, Valanciunas, the new arrival, age 20, but he's got some Eurobasket experience from last summer under his belt. But all the others are campaigners.
And Martinez has really got to watch it. I mean, he is throwing his arms around. That time against Jonas Valanciunas. I think it's going to be intriguing to watch here. I wouldn't be surprised if Martinez got thrown out of the game, really.
Kaukanis, he tries to hand it off, and I think the referees have got to let this go, Jeff. You know, I mean, Kaukanis was all out of sync. He's just trying to hand the ball to Jasikevičius, and I think it's the foul's on Fortuna, as we see a little bit of Latin dancing here. Jasikevičius loves to keep his dribble alive. Screen on Valanciunas. Oh, he drops it into Valanciunas. It's terrific basketball. You just can't stop it defensively. At least the Dominicans can't. Horford inside to Jack Martinez. Martinez trying to find a way to the hole. He can't. Good save by Francisco Garcia as he throws it off Valanciunas.